Okay.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Well, that's nice. Hi, Terry. Enclosed, please find a Pioneer unit with remote cables. Half a review page for the October issue. So it gives you about 2 weeks to get us a copy for edit. Standard stuff that you gave us. Blah, blah, blah. It's a combination CD player. So basically, he was supposed to review this piece of technology. Ooh, hauntings and poltergeists. Ooh. 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 I guess Sam made this. The Coliseum, the showplace of Oregon. Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I did come out around then. Ow. TV listen. Ooh, the X-Files. That was a good show. Scary. No, I wasn't that into the X-Files. What did I watch in the 90s? I don't remember. Who remembers? That was like last century. That was so last century.
Severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the
She's been taping
counties.
them.
Austin County, Boone.
Yeah, this game was made in 2013? It's set in 1995. Doesn't make me feel old at all. It's that book Dad wrote. Terrence L. Greenbrier, The Accidental Savior. Terry, hey man, how have you been? I know you're a published author and everything now, but my editor at Hi-Fi Aficionado has too much review work to go around, and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it has been trying to find a publisher for your latest work of literature, and rating stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some recordings, and write up how it sounds, and then get paid. I've included some issues of the mag to use as examples. If you're interested, send some samples to my editor, and tell him your old colleague something Mike sent you. Here's the address. Do it. So he's a published author who fell on hard times, basically. Insert the tape. That's probably copyrighted, so I'll probably have to block that out. Another clause in here. Let's read this story. The Hyven at the End of the World. Samantha Greenbrier, grade 2. Story of the Turtle People, part 1. Okay. Captain Allegra took off at the ocean and went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the Black Pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them on Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. It was very dramatic. I love it. The story I wrote in 2nd grade was about a goldfish. And I think my mom still has it somewhere. My one claim to literary fame. Story about the goldfish. That's the way I came. Oh, some coupons. I need to save some money. Buddy. Hello? Family? Is anybody home? This is got a bar with sody pops. Mr. Greenbrier, I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah, despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior. We went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sale of the second books have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It's been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in future endeavors. Get a little load the good stuff. Whoa. You see how I threw that in there? That was amazing. Okay, it's all good and spooky, but what is happening in this game?
Why, Daddy, I didn't know you were.
Okay, this is amazing, but it's definitely gonna be copyrighted in some way. Sad. It's a good song. Below are 2 stories. The events are all out of order. Get a sheet of lined paper, write reproductive system worksheet number 6 at the top. Then choose one of the 2 stories, A or B, and rewrite it. Okay, Samantha's homework. The menstrual cycle, a novella. Early morning of September 1st, 1939, Essa Glate stares out the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Wayland in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. As this train approaches its destination, her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then, there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop and come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reach out towards her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa, are for a time Borislav, huddled in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the Whoa. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Oh, man. I don't know, she has to see. That's the one sticking in the mud teacher. That was an excellent story. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Modern art. Oh dear, what's going on in here? A light? Anybody? Oh, another closet. More copies of Dad's unwanted book here. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha the Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back over to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary Schultz.
When you live in one place your whole life, Your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Katie, please tell Mom and Dad about the stuff that's missing. Sam. There's stuff that's what? I just got here. All these markers everywhere. Hi, Lonnie. So if you want to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm going to kick your butt. Get ready. Right in your face.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Well, that's nice. Let's see. To the basement. Do we want to go to the basement? No. So that's locked and that's locked. Some music room. The family room, right? Yeah, TV room. Good lord. Do you need this many rooms in your life? This is Dad's office and his library. Something for me in the attic. Let's see. 2 locked doors going on. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeast region of Boone County over the better part of the next week as part of a Forestry Service-run controlled burn of overgrown sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Fuck. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Janice Greenbrier, the senior conservatist. That's your mommy. Good for you. What is... Okay. It's so dark up here. I don't like it. Notice of temporary personal transfer. Bruce Pendleton, head of personal security to the State Forest Service. To aid an upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest. Effective 9/2/94. Please see attached personal file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. Duration of transfer will be based on blah blah blah. Why do I care about any of this? Couples... Bowling, cooking class, ballroom. Okay. Okay. Your parents went to couples bowling.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
She made you a mixtape called Bratmobile Potty Mouth. Got no tape in it, though. Probably that tape I was listening to back in the... Oh, there's tape. Batmobile, cool. Okay. More music we can't listen to. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. Okay. That's nice. We'll put it in this. We'll put it over here. Where's the Nintendo? I want to play Super Nintendo. Chun-Li moves. I love Chun-Li. Fireball. Lightning kick. Kick, 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 kick. Helicopter kick. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. I used to just smash all the buttons and my brother would be like, "What are you doing? That's not how you play. You have to practice every move perfectly." I'd be like, whatever. Whatever. Don't have a combination. I want to believe... What's this say? I don't know it. I haven't had that much to drink, Jodie Foster. How many fingers am I holding up? You better not be reading my secret diary again, huh? Here you go, Mitten. Have some pate. Gross. Okay. Interesting. Grab Steggy. A Steggy. Grab pillow. Nope. Turn a lamp on. Where the heck is everybody? Exclusive AIDS in Africa. Soul Asylum Live. Eddie Vedder. Weezer. Farouk Assault wants it now. Farouk Assault. What the heck? The Brother 150. Of course it's a Phaedrus. Of course it's a Phaedrus. New for 1965. This is the one me and my dad are building. Want to go for a ride when it's done? What? That's amazing. Pirates. Malay. Pacific Institute of Art. Interesting. Button. What does it say? The Misfits. Except it's spelled wrong. Like it's a girl. It's a girl band. Let me do my nails. Okay. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Miss somebody. 3 students from each track will be offered a full scholarship for their first year at Reed. Reed's a really nice school. It's up in Portland somewhere, I believe. It's a private school, if I remember correctly. I did not go to Reed. I went to Portland State. Because I'm a poor person. Hi, Lonnie. I wrote this first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. That's what all the cool kids are doing. I've decided. I've decided what the cool kids are doing. I have that power. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is sending each other pages on their beepers. But we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. Beep, beep. Your drawing of a cat was so good that I added a background to make it even better. Maybe I should just stick to writing, though. Haha, I like it. How did you know they were about to be abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Fish right now. I feel like he would probably have lots of cats. Also, like his secret shame as he watches 90210 religiously. I'll ask him about it after class. He said he doesn't have cats and also that he's never watched 90210, but I could see in his eyes. He was lying. Good Lord. Mr. Fish. Not even I watched 90210. I didn't like 90210. 90210. It was boring. Let's see. And things keep falling off. Mr. Belchley observed Miss DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front. A large beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Miss DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. Miss DeSoto was given the option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Miss DeSoto chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer, and no answering machine. Miss DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father. Oh. When was this? 10/20/94, like a year ago. She was just like, fuck it. She said, fuck that noise. I don't give a damn about my damn reputation. We're living in the past, it's a new generation. I don't really care what they want to say. Blah, 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 blah. Got your number. Are you going to the dance with anybody? Who's got a crush on you? Oh my god. Would you introduce me to your friend? Do you like sports? Are you busy Friday? So dreamy. Get your friends together. It's time to find out who has a big crush. Is it Matt from science class or Daryl from track? You'll never know unless you got his number. Oh my god, I seem to recall a game similar to that. Chapter 2. Fraying Threads, the King's Labyrinth. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. Silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moan began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language that they could not understand. The king's cursed voice, the hairs on Captain Allegra's arms stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap, spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal, in rotting robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you—" But the first mate interrupted. "No. I am smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line. "All traced by this invincible thread, of course." Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "I know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no. No," the king stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. That's a pretty good story. Man, Sam had this in like 4th grade. Is this a Lisa Frank folder? Hell yeah. Is that a kitty cat collar? M. S is for special, A is for adorable, M is for merry, A is for affectionate, N is for nice, T is for thoughtful, H is for honest, A is for admirable. Sweet. What does it say? Mitten, 1888, Dry Creek Road. Does it say born in 1888? That's not okay. Alright, I'm not seeing code anywhere. In the light. Anything? Boom! Some markers and pens. Wait. Oh yeah, Kurt Cobain. Okay. 1965? Maybe? What about this? Samantha Greenbrier, Year 11, Fletcher Shop, metal graving. C-. Not a challenging assignment. Metal plaque for family portrait. Reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parent names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable leveling on edges. Show more pride in your work. Huh, Miss Greenbrier? I know you don't want to be a metal shop person, but have a little respect. It's 1965. 1965. Nope. Oh, these are those things, aren't they? I can't do it. Can you do it? Like, I have an astigmatism where one of my eyes is shaped wrong. It's like squished like football, like this. And I can't see these. I can't see them. I just can't see them. Like, these are those 3D puzzle things, I think. Can't do them. I'm a failure. What does it say? You're gonna like this one. Okay. Does this have anything written on it? Nope. Well. Okay. To know the smoke alarm is working just fine. Bathroom. Some toothpaste and perfume, nail polish. Does her little sister have her own bathroom? That's crazy. Tampons and all kinds of girly stuff. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. I've done that. Not with red though. Usually with blue. Semi-permanent hair color not tested on animals. Well, that's nice.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.